Hi everyone. In this section, we are going to discuss about task synchronization. In the previous section, we have seen about multiprocessing, multitasking, and all. In multitasking system, multiple processes will execute simultaneously, and they share the system resources, and they may communicate with each other through any of the inter-process communication mechanism. Now, we'll imagine one situation. There are two processes. Both the processes are trying to access the same resource, and in another side there are two processors, both are accessing the shared memory, where one process tries to read the data, another process tries to write the data. So in these two situations, these operations will lead to the wrong result. How to avoid this situation, how to solve this problem? So to solve this problem, we can make all the processes to aware of accessing the shared resources. So the act of making each process aware of access of shared resources is known as task synchronization. The act of making the process aware of access the shared resources is known as task process synchronization. Why we need this task process synchronization? To avoid the conflicts between the processors during the resource accessing. Next, to ensure proper sequence of operation between the processors. Next, to establish proper communication between the processors. Now, there are few issues in the task process synchronization. We are going to see two major issues, raising and deadlock here. First one, raising. Uh, there is one low level language example. There are three instructions. In the first instruction, the counter variable is loaded. Counter variable is loaded to the accumulator register EAX. The counter variable is pointed by base pointer BP, base pointer. Once the counter variable is loaded, that is incremented by using addition instruction. So this is nothing but counter plus plus operation only. Once the accumulator registers incrementer, that is stored again in the memory location which is pointed by base pointer. Now this operation is performed by two processes, process A and process B. Now here process A is executing the process. Will imagine now there is a task switching from process A to process B during the execution of first instruction, and when the processor is about to execute the second instruction, means add ex comma 1. So that time process is switched from access of CPU is switched from process A to process B. Now the process B is having the CPU for the execution, so now it will execute all the instruction. It will perform the counter operation also, means it will increment the counter variable also. So after the completion of process B, the CPU access again it will move to process A. When process A gets the access CPU access, again it will start from the point where it got interrupted. So next point for process A, it will execute add ex comma 1, means it will increment the counter variable. Uh, Process A, process B, both are using the same registers, base registers and accumulator register. Process A, the old value of process A will be stored during the context saving, and it will be retrieved during the context retrieval, so that the old value of EX will be incremented. Though the process B incremented the counter variable, the process A is unaware of that, and again it increments the same register. It leads to loss of one increment for the counter variable. So what is the solution of this problem? Now this is the problem. What is the solution of this problem? This is the diagram. Process A, it is executing first instruction. That time process switching happened. Process B completed all the three instructions. Then again process switched back to process A. It is executing next two instruction. So two times this counter variable incremented. What is the solution for this? So the solution is making the shared variable exclusive to both the processes. Means when one process is accessing the shared variable, operating system should stop the other processes accessing the same shared variable. Now, the racing and the racing condition we can define like this. The racing and racing condition is the situation where multiple processes compete or race for the same shared data, and they may manipulate the same data. So it is a situation where multiple processes compete for the same shared data and manipulate the same data simultaneously. Next one is deadlock. It will create the situation where none of the process are able to make any process in their execution. We'll see one example. There are two processes, a process A and a process B. Process A is having the resource X and it needs a resource Y for their execution, which is held by process B. Same way, process B is having resource Y and it needs resource X for the completion of the execution, which is held by process A. So both the processes are having their resource and it is waiting for the other resource to complete the execution. So this situation is called deadlock because none of the process is going to get the remaining resource because that is locked by other process. This situation is called deadlock. Now the deadlock should be handled by operating system. Handling deadlock. The operating system, I told the operating system should handle the deadlock. Operating system may adopt any of the following techniques to detect and prevent the deadlock conditions. First one, ignore deadlock. Nowadays, all the systems are coming with deadlock free only, but we cannot predict all the times in all the real time applications. Next is detect and recover. Detect and recover. It This approach is about detecting the deadlock conditions and recovering it. This is same like traffic jam occur at the traffic junction. So when the traffic deadlock occur at the road, means the traffic junction, what is the solution for that? The only solution is one side we have to back up the vehicles at one side and allow the vehicles at the other side to cross the junction. So this is the only solution. So this technique is known as the back up the core technique. So same way, operating system will be having the resource graph in their memory. So this resource graph will be updated all the times whenever it gets any resource request and whenever it releases the resources. This deadlock also can be detected by the proper analyzing of graph by using graph analyzer algorithm. So by doing that, deadlock will be detected by the operating system. Now the operating system can terminate any one process or it can preempt the resource to break the deadlock cycle. Third one is avoid deadlocks. Deadlocks can be avoided by the proper resource allocation technique used by the operating system. Next one, prevent deadlock. To prevent the deadlock, some condition to be followed by the operating system. First one, the resource must allocate or the resource must, sorry, the process should request for all the required resources at a time, and the operating system should allocate the resources before the process starts the execution. Next one, operating system should grant the resources for the resource request by the processors only if the process does not have uh, any resources currently. So by doing all these four, operating system can detect and prevent the deadlocks. So thank you.